Hi, and welcome to my channel. I'm Amy, and I do weekly videos on everything narcissism. I talk about narcissistic abuse and victims and survivors of narcissistic abuse, what we can do to identify narcissistic abuse, and how we get away from it, move on, heal, and get back to being normal, happy, healthy people living our best lives. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. If you have been here before, thanks for coming back. If you want to be updated with weekly videos, please hit the subscribe button. And if you want, check that bell icon for notifications when I upload new videos. So today I wanted to talk about women narcissists. I've recently had a couple of comments on my channel and from men who have taken a little exception to the fact that I refer, and not just me, but other women refer often to narcissists with a male pronoun. So I just wanted to make a quick video to acknowledge those comments. And yes, you guys are absolutely correct. Narcissists are not only male. It is estimated that anywhere between 50 and 75% of narcissists are male, which means up to 50% could be female. And it's an estimated number because it's very hard to diagnose a narcissist. Narcissists don't go to therapy generally. They don't go to the doctor. They don't go for diagnosis. The only time you generally see them in a therapist or a psychiatrist type of setting is when their partner has pretty much forced them to get into that situation. They've basically been given an ultimatum that they're going to lose their relationship unless they do some sort of counseling. And so at that point, they're just humoring their partner. And within those sessions, they will just manipulate both their partner and the doctor. And so it's really hard to pinpoint a diagnosis on narcissists. So that's why it's an estimated number. But from research that's been done, narcissism crosses all boundaries. It is not related to gender. It has no bearing on age, on race, where you live in the country, cultural status. It crosses all the lines. Anyone, anywhere, any age, any gender can be a narcissist. Okay? Myself, I often speak of the narcissist with a male pronoun because I speak of my personal experiences. If you watch some of my videos on my channel, you'll see I actually tell you stories, specific stories that have happened to me in the past when I was with a narcissist. And the narcissist that abused me was my romantic partner, who was a male. So my personal experience with narcissism is from the male version of the narcissist. So I do speak often, but I do try to put a disclaimer in most of my videos. Sometimes I forget, but I do really think it's important that it's known that narcissists are not just males. Another thing I wanted to mention is that women are also diagnosed differently often. They can be diagnosed as borderline or histrionic, which are also in the cluster B family. They are part of that narcissism diagnosis, but they can be related a little more to women. And because women act differently and they act out differently, it looks a little bit different, and it's not as hard, it's not as easy to nail down as narcissism as a male shows it. And that could just come down to definitions and how this disorder is perceived. So yes, women absolutely can be and are narcissists. So some of the signs that you're dealing with a woman narcissist, they tend to be more hostile. Actually, women narcissists can be very hostile, very aggressive. They often show signs of competitiveness, like in the extreme. They always have to win. They need to be the center of attention. And this is kind of where you might diagnose as histrionic, because histrionic women are needing that attention. They need to be the center of the universe, and everything needs to revolve around them. And it's the same with narcissism. Even in narcissistic men, you'll often see this. Everything needs to revolve around them. They are the world. Women, they have no boundaries, and they will cross every boundary at every chance if they are narcissistic. And another thing is they're bullies, but they're very covert. They're very sneaky. And they can be like mean girls. So you don't really see the bullying where you might with a man, because they're very sneaky about it and they do it in very manipulative ways. But that definitely plays into that diagnosis. So when you're seeing all of these traits bundled together, you're going to want to do a little bit more research and see if they're checking off all the boxes. I saw it described as not growing out of their teenage bad behavior. So all teenage girls, okay, I was one once too, they, like, let's just say they can have an attitude, for lack of a better word. They're entitled, they're vain, they're a little bit apathetic, which for those of you that don't know, that's just basically the opposite of empathetic. So lack of empathy. They have their little attitudes. And I think when most people see that on a teenage girl, they brush it off as, well, she's a teenage girl. What do you expect? And as us teenage girls grow up into adulthood, we leave those behaviors behind. We realize that you can't act like that in society and get along with people and move forward and be successful. So we mature, we grow, and you learn to get along with others. You drop the mean girl, bullying, entitled, vain bullshit behind, and you move on and you grow up. Women narcissists don't leave that behind. If your adult woman partner acts like a teenager, that could be a sign she's a narcissist. Okay, so I hope that this video clears a few things up. Yes, I do want to acknowledge that women absolutely can be and are narcissists, about half as much as men. So they look a little different, they act a little different, they have a little bit of different gameplay, but in the end, it's the same goal that they have, which is the world revolves around them. They want what they want. They don't want to give, and they don't want to budge. They don't want to compromise. They will be mean. They will be hostile. They will be aggressive. They will name call. They will give the silent treatment. All of those same asshole qualities that male narcissists do. Okay, so I hope you liked this video. I hope it clarified a few things for you. Please like this video if you liked it. Please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. I love you all.